Hit start all.
Something will blow up for sure. I'm sure.
We're 30 FPS across everything. Stable at 7. My lord. It's a lot of megabytes per second, but we'll see. Are we live? Oh.
Are we?
Oh, yeah. Almost.
You got to hit go live on Facebook.
That's it. That's the last thing I got to do. But I think we are live everywhere.
Woo! We are live everywhere, and I'm about to show everybody what's going on with the weather while we're getting live.
Oh,
there
Lord.
You go. Got
Lordy,
a little
Lord.
with the weather coming in on us. Just to make sure everybody's updated on what's going on in the world today.
Dude, this is
awesome.
awesome.
In the Atlanta region. South of Atlanta is still getting spanked pretty hard, but out here in lovely Dallas, Georgia, we just have a steady rain going on now. So
make sure
that
moving
out. Got rid of all that lovely yellow powder that's been hanging around for the last, oh my gosh, what a mess we've had with that. Huh? Y'all just hang on. Kyle's still frantically playing with streaming stuff and setting it up.
Oh, yeah.
You look even more like the guy from, what did I say you looked like the other guy the other day? I can't remember the
dude,
show.
I got Green Day a lot the other day.
Oh, yeah. See that. No, the kid that always had to eat all the heroin. Come on.
What's that? Call me a heroin addict? Is that what I just heard?
Netflix. Why can't I think of the name? The Netflix show. The guy with the big eyes. The guy that played Freddie Mercury played him.
I don't know. I try to stay away from TV.
It's old, man.
Science and technology. Oh, dude. Boom. We're live everywhere. This is awesome.
Everywhere.
Dude, that plugin is insane.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you right now, like that plugin, I cannot, like the one that my brother has and he told me to use, it only goes live on like YouTube, I think, outside of it. And you can only go live on one other platform.
Oh, no, this one you can plug in as many as you want, man.
Yeah, this is insane. Now I just got to find out where my Facebook went. Where did my Facebook Live go?
I'm looking for it now. You did it on Cadexo or on Kyle?
Kyle. There we go. There's Facebook. And I'm going to sit it right beside Twitch. Boom, boom.
I got one from last week.
So now I can watch analytics.
Yep, there it is.
We got chat.
There we are.
Size that, and we'll turn on our activity.
Let's share that.
Let's just make sure we are muted on everything. Mute. And then mute. Okay. I gotta check out my OBS. Speak real quick for me.
Hey, check. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Turn you down just a smidgen. Right on. We're live everywhere. Boom!
Shit. I see it. I'm sharing it out, man.
Why? RTX voice, where are you?
So you missed it the other day, though, at the Chamber, First Friday Vibes.
Yeah.
I got up on the chair and did a selfie of the whole room with like 80 people in the room. It was great.
To be honest, I don't know if my GPU can handle it.
Is it getting a little blunky?
My Google Meet on my end is non-existent. Let me see if I downsize.
Yeah, find the tab with the red dot on it, man. That's the one that's live. I'm looking at your screen. I'm looking at you playing with your NVIDIA settings. Oh, just went black screen. Okay, there. We're still there.
Memory and everything. I think I'm GPU maxed, to be honest with you.
Still making it happen though.
No, my GPU loads at 36%, so I don't know what's happening. But anyway, we're rocking and rolling.
Tech Talk Sundays. All right, brother. There I am. I'm on your screen. Boom. Oh, you got all kinds of stuff going on that Facebook thing. You closing some of those tabs?
Yeah, we're trying to save as many resources as possible right about now.
I'll tell you what, I was eating up the resources with the tabs for sure. That pulls gigabytes of memory for sure.
Let's see here. Do I need? That's my group.
You know what? I got my audio on here still. That's what's doing that. Sorry about that. That should make it better.
There we go. We'll reopen that. Just need to close everything that I can. Get it gone. Get it gone.
I'm seeing us full screen. I see your naughty logo now. That's all I got on there.
Yep, just trying to close as many tabs as possible because Google Meet's
you're good.
just dying. If you see the stream, you'll notice that I'm glitching all over the place here. So
you are in okay, yeah, it is. You're jumping back and forth.
It's not really making sense.
Get mine set up. You just need to get mine set up so we can handle it. I got next level in this thing for sure.
Yep, gonna have to get to 4090.
You just need to let the guy that owns a computer store do the streaming end of it. That's all.
Oh,
it's working a little better now.
Yes,
yeah, get it.
We're back, dude.
We are. All of a sudden, it caught up and everything started flowing.
We are back, baby.
I'm watching the stream on Facebook, and you went the hand, then you're like, yeah. Great.
All right, sweet. So
probably back my camera off just a little bit too. She's a little tight. Zoom in.
What we're gonna do is we'll open another one of these and we'll go to Chat GPT because that's what I'm gonna be covering today. What are you gonna be covering?
I want to talk about my event, man. What's going on with that and where we're oh, I can't do that because that screws up my whole world.
Dude, let's rock out.
Be, how we're helping everybody get plugged in, making a few bucks so they can pay for their entrance and a copy of the book. So that'll be great. So there it is, everybody. Happy Sunday. This is Robin C. Stern. I am your Google Guru. This is with my friend
Kyle Kearns, dudes. What's up?
Kyle Kearns from Codexer Sites. He's all fashioned out this week. Kyle, as you may or may not know, is not only a tech weirdo, but he's got this fashion thing going on. Got a shirt for his tech business that he just made. Show us the shirt, Kyle.
Yep.
There it is with the
fresh
gold.
Off the press.
Looking fresh.
Fresh off the press.
Very, very fresh. Nice. Very good. Okay. So yeah, Kyle's got all kinds of stuff going on. He's going to talk to us about some fashion related things today. So, hey guys, I hope everybody had an amazing week. I got my speech at the Greystone Power Luncheon on Thursday. That went really, really well. They gave me about 40 minutes to engage with, I think we had about 130 people there on Thursday. So that didn't suck. That was pretty decent number of folks that I was able to try out some new material on. And I'm always grateful for that. The folks over at the Chamber always put on an amazing event. They have that space at Greystone Power down there on 92 heading toward Douglasville. That's a great freaking building. The audio's amazing. The screens all, it all works, right? Like we were just saying, Kyle, with the tech, when you're dealing with technology, they've used that stuff at Greystone enough that they just sit down and plug in and punch a couple buttons and everything connects and works beautifully. So
Yeah, when you're good at it, man, as long as it works, you know.
yeah, so the slide presentation in Google Slides, but they're using
Okay.
PowerPoint for their slides that are up on the screen. And we're trying to figure out the easiest way to switch between my PowerPoint, because I downloaded it from Google Slides as a PowerPoint to incorporate it with them. And there was some back and forth with it, but she finally, I did the Nick Burns, your company's computer guy thing, to the vice president from the chamber. She was navigating around on her Surface trying to figure out how to make it work. She said, I'll just copy paste them one slide at a time. Well, I had like 17 slides. So that would be a real pain in the neck for her to have to deal with. So I went in and I just did like 3 seconds research on Gemini, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, just go in and click where you want the slides to be inserted, and then go to home and then reuse slides and then grab the PowerPoint presentation, and it'll throw them all in right from that point. And it did, and it worked perfect. And it was like one of those, yeah, drop the mic moments where you just, hey, I'll just do them one at a time. And you say, no, I got this. I got this. So that was a lot of fun and excitement on Thursday for that. So I want to hear about ChatGPT, because even though I'm a Google guy and Gemini is my jam, you have me a little curious as to this latest update that you're talking about with ChatGPT. So take over, Kyle.
Dude, so ChatGPT, I saw about it. Everybody was kind of posting about it, talking about it earlier in the week. There was all this buzz about a brand new update that came out. People are talking about instantly creating ads for their social media platforms in like 20 seconds. So, I started just fumbling around with it, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice you would have seen it on my one of my pages, because I posted it as soon as I made it. I got to get this up here. Because I originally created it on the free version of ChatGPT. So we'll just log in real quick, and I'll stream my screen, kind of show you what they've done with it. Really,
Very cool. Very cool. Someday we'll have technicians and engineers that'll do this for us, and we'll just sit and talk, right?
yeah, right. I'll be like, hey, buddy, that over there.
Handle that. Do that now. All right. So I got you showing it. I see it shared. There it is. I'm looking at it on Facebook.
Creative ad concept.
Now, see, the only problem is on Facebook, I'm seeing your screen is blanked out because you're on a different tab. So to me,
all right,
I guess I'm seeing it, but I see it as it's kind of grayed out. Does that make sense?
Let me double size Facebook here, and we'll take a look at it.
And it's got to avoid an infinity mirror, don't share your entire screen. Clicking, there it is. That's what I needed right there. Thank you. We're good.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
So yeah, I started with just this. I said, turn it into a creative ad for social media. I gave it no context. None. Right. Nothing. And as you can see, this photo is just kind of
a piece of leather. It could be a piece of beef jerky that's cut perfectly square or something.
Yeah, dude. It's just like
on a carpet.
And I've always struggled with, kind of creating good photos and everything, right, for product photos. So, I said, imagine it as a creative ad. It starts giving me, everything that I could write as the actual thing. And then it even tells me to add a call to action, right? Big thing that a lot of brands miss, and people that I see all the time, people that I work with, there's no call to actions in their description. So the fact that it's already got that in there is great, right?
Right.
You can start dissecting it. But this is what it popped out.
Wow.
And I mean, dude, I gave it nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. A creative ad for Instagram. That's it. That's all I gave it.
And it
And the
doesn't
fact,
even say what it is because you didn't tell it what it is.
yeah,
It's so obsequious. It's just there's nothing there. It's just a piece of leather. It could be anything.
yeah. And the fact that it said luxury in the palm of your hand, redefined, resilient, remarkable, handcrafted for those who truly understand sophistications of the details. I go, what the heck? Dude,
How did it even come up with that?
dude, I gave you no information. So then I started trying to tweak with it. And I say reimagine on a marble table is kind of white and gray. And it gives me this, which I wasn't really happy with, right?
And it actually put the word wallet now though too.
Yeah. Yeah. Which it's my international passport wallet. So, the
Okay.
fact that it started to understand that was pretty insane. Um, so then I go, imagine the marble like a coffee table in the middle of the room and make the ad attractive to the buyer, referencing limited quantity and word much like the first generated ad. Then it shoots me out a product description.
There it is on a marble table, coffee table.
Marble coffee table in the middle of the room. And I just
You know what? You know what I really like though. If you look at that last picture again, it's I'll show it again. It put the word naughty. No, back down. It
oh
put the
yeah.
word in black because it's against the white table and limited pieces available in white against the darker.
Yeah.
I mean, it even knew to do that with the text on the bottom, right?
And I haven't even started, tweaking and giving it actual descriptions because
Refining your
if
prompt.
yeah, if you go through all of these prompts, you'll notice that they're very refined, very meticulous in the way that I prompt them. But I'm giving it absolutely no information whatsoever and just seeing kind of what its capabilities are very generically.
Right.
And then I go, well, it's kind of hard to see the text. Make sure the text pops more. And this just
Boom.
gets so much better.
Wow.
Like the
That's
product
incredible.
image is insane. Marble table. You got the leather chair in the background. Everything.
It's incredible.
Right.
Beautiful.
An
Beautiful.
insane ad. And I started thinking about just like capabilities of it. And then later this week, or yeah, early, and then later in the week, I get a guy hits me up and he wants, kind of some jumpsuits, tracksuits, things like that. And he wants mock ups. I'm going to tell you right now that if you go to buy a mock up, it costs money, right?
Yeah.
Each one will
Yeah.
cost $8, $9, whatever. So I created all of my mock ups through ChatGPT. Every last one of them. Started with the
Unbelievable.
idea of his brand, right? What I kind of wanted it to do. And then I start realizing, oh, I can just have it generate the actual mock up. So I take a product image from online
Right.
that cost money,
Right. There you
copied and
go.
pasted it in.
Yep.
Now I got a front and back.
Yep.
Okay. And then it starts shooting out some images like this, but I didn't really like, I got all of those images. And now I say,
So now
go back
use
with
this
each
image.
one of them and create front and back.
Right.
So now it's shooting out all of these, and you can see put this model, and then I go put this on a mock up on a model, 6 foot tall, use Nike Dunks as a shoe for the model.
Get out. That's
Dude,
ridiculous.
dude. And then, I didn't
Ridiculous.
like how long the pants weren't long enough. So I tell it, now make the pants slightly longer so they ruffle in the shoes and hang a little lower on the legs.
Crazy. Crazy.
Dude. So now I can pass this on to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer can see, oh, okay, well, I need to source, longer pant legs as opposed to something that's a little bit shorter, X, Y, and Z. Like, I mean, it's just, and then, so I needed embroidery material. Each one of these textures for Photoshop costs money.
Right.
No, I generated it in ChatGPT. And I said, create the embroidered material.
That's crazy, dude. That's
And
crazy.
then, was just able to keep generating. And then I go, okay, we'll create a product ad if I just wanted to sell blanks. So now I
Right.
have a model, I now have blanks, and I now have something that will create an ad for me for $20 a month. And I can go and find blanks that look just like this and resell them on a store without ever owning anything.
That's insane, dude.
The possibilities are endless. Like you can have the models generated. You can now have the materials generated. You can now have the ad generated for you. And as
Right.
a marketing agency, it's just making our work easier.
Well, I think the coolest part of it though is that we're just able to play with this and try it and see what it's doing and how to work with it and how to push it, and it's giving us the kind of workspace to just run free, like
Yeah,
you don't have to have hours long conversations with designers and then hope you get what's in their head. You can just keep spitting this out and changing it and refining
yeah,
it and adjusting it and instantly getting the feedback. So
yeah.
good
So
job, man.
I
That's
wanted to show
incredible.
you, kind of a live action. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and save it, right? We'll
Okay.
open this up, and we wanted a little live action take. So that's what we'll do here. All right. So we'll hit let's get on out of there. Create image. We're gonna add our reference photo. Um, oh, my computer down. Oh, it's up there. Okay. But yeah, anyway, I was able to basically create all of those blanks, and then from creating
So
all
now
of
you
those
got this one.
blanks,
Now put the stuff on the clothes.
I was
Right.
now able to take it into Photoshop, you know. And this, I after I built it in Photoshop, then regenerated it and put it back in to show it what it would look like on a model.
Crazy, dude.
So, like that's the wrong one. Let me see here. Oh, it's in mock-up finals. So I mean, I was able to generate all of these and then take them back into thing and put them on the model of a body. So now he gets to look at what it looks like if it's embroidered, and then what it looks like on a model.
Right.
Like, and I did
Unbelievable.
this in an hour and 30 minutes. 4 different art boards, 4 different mock-ups, and yeah, hour and 30
Unbelievable.
minutes. It was crazy, as a designer. It just made it so much easier. But just real time. Let's see here. Let me think of what kind of prompt to give it.
Put I Love My Geeks logo on the center of that hoodie. Just ask it to put the logo for ilovemygeek.com in the center of the hoodie. See if it'll go find it and do the right thing.
Let's try.
Yeah, let's see if it's smart enough to go check it out.
It's a zip up, so we'll do.
There you go.
I
What's
mean,
it gonna
image
do?
generation takes a little bit longer, but it's not. It's
What's it gonna do? I wonder if it'll go out to my website and find logo and then just
That's
recreate
what
it.
I'm wondering. It is the paid version, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we'll see. Um,
Survey says, did it match up the name properly and go, or is it just going to create its own heart-shaped thing with geek on it?
Image generation takes probably about a minute per, but I mean, like
Look, this is stuff that,
it's so
yeah.
worth it. Like, you can do anything else while this thing generates. Um, but yeah, just the possibilities, man, of this
Well, you
is
could be sitting
ridiculous.
on a video call that's streaming to 3 different platforms while you're generating video images, right?
Am I lagging? Oh yeah, yeah.
No, you're still there. You're still
I'm
there.
gonna need a new GPU. Let's see, there's something on the left chest. I'm not sure what it is.
It probably just says the words "I love my geek."
Yeah, it doesn't look like it did too well on that prompt, but
That's all right. That's what we're doing, though, is right? We're playing with it, trying to figure it
yeah,
out.
just trying to figure it out. I mean, yeah, man, it's just like real time is crazy.
No doubt.
Let me see here. So I'm gonna take two of the different. So I'm gonna take that ad, and I'm gonna take one of these photos as well. And then we're gonna create an image, and we'll say set the model and ad created. See, but yeah, it blew my mind whenever I and like I said, I played with it for about all of a day, and I said, "Yep, I'm buying it," because they only let
There
you
you go.
generate 4 images before that, you know. So you only
Right.
get 4 images in a day, and I'm like, dude, we can create backgrounds. What I was telling a lot of people, is just like the mock-ups. I don't have to create the full thing inside of ChatGPT, but if I can
Right.
just generate the background
Right.
and a
Look, so
realistic background,
I just did one using Gemini, and I don't have a paid version of Gemini. I just have my I do have a paid Google version because I pay for extra storage. But that's it. I'm not paying for Gemini. I'm not paying the $20 a month for Gemini. Oh, stop, dude. Leave me alone. No, I need you to stop. So I started talking to my phone. My phone took over. Thank you, phone. Appreciate you. All right. So I'm just going to real quick throw this new background on here that came from Gemini. There you go. So it pulled up. I said, give me a picture out of a New York City skyline out of the window behind me in my office. And much like the one that you did, it just showed me a regular window with a, kind of drywall inset single window plant sitting in the windowsill, right?
yeah,
And I said, no, make it span across multiple windows and make it floor to ceiling glass. And there you go. Floor to
that's.
ceiling windows, right? Instantaneously created it.
But I mean that's what we talk about with prompt writing and how important prompt writing is.
Right. Right, right. And but being able to just immediately make that change is just insane. Yeah,
Look,
make that thing bigger now so we can see it.
look at this.
Yeah. It's got the logo on the leg, it's got it on the
Why is it?
chest.
Apparently, it's
No,
not letting me
I
zoom
meant
in.
just click on it so it comes full screen for us because or are you already full screen?
I'm already. I'll just download it real quick and then pull it up.
Gotcha. You can just zoom. There you go. That's what I wanted to see. It put "I love my geek" on the chest. Only one E though.
Yeah,
You got the "I love my geek" on there. You got to clear that part out. That's good, man.
but I mean,
Yeah,
dude,
it's
dude.
incredible that it's also taken into account that the human eye can't see a lot of detail from a distance. So if you look, it's not really perfect, but because from that pixel ratio to the
Yeah,
human eye, it is perfect, right?
look at the donks, man.
It's pretty
Like,
clear. You got the Nike swoop on them for sure. That's
that's
perfect. I mean, that is pretty damn
insane.
good. It's pretty damn good for sure. No doubt. No doubt.
I mean, that that's a quick mock-up, right? Like again, my prompt is still. I'm still trying to figure out how to word it to make the best prompt. But I mean, like, that's a terrible prompt.
Right?
You know. set the model and the ad created in the setting from the second uploaded file. Like that's not giving it any information. It's just telling it to reference something else. So yeah, man, that's kind of what I wanted to go over because I mean you can do anything now with this. Like
Yeah, Google had an issue with Gemini at first because it wasn't creating the images properly. It was having all kinds of problems with images, and
yeah,
they've straightened it out now. And their Imagen 3 is what they call it.
yeah.
Has really, I mean, that has stepped the freaking dude.
I mean that's
It's
where I got this
quite
background.
extensive now. I mean,
You
quite
know,
extensive,
I was trying to get
robust
the right
almost,
prompt.
if you will. You know. Yeah, that's good stuff. I'm just playing with the Gemini version of it, and I had created a picture, generate a blue and purple background that melts the two colors together, make the feeling more futuristic in a sense. Let's see what it spits us out there. It's pretty dang quick, man.
Yeah.
Blew
I
that
mean,
bubble out pretty fast.
but this is what I was telling a lot of people is you can actually start generating. We can generate the backgrounds now for an ad, and now
Yeah,
use this to create a creative ad with another photo, right?
right.
So it's like now you take your product image with this background, put those two photos in there together, and then bring in your reference ad, and you can melt all three of them together.
Insane.
Yeah, it's wild stuff, man. I mean, the future is here, and it is awesome.
No doubt. Let me show you this little. I went through this permutation to pull this one up. So there's the image in Gemini, right? Let's see if it pulls up. Where I said, just give me 3 monitors on a desk. Give me a desk with 3 monitors on it. They put the light in there. Let's see, it's going to switch over on the Facebook stream. Hang on. Nope, I'm still looking at the wrong thing. Come on, come on. Am I looking at the wrong thing still? Yeah, I am. Ignore that. Change to that. Not showing that tab. What's going on? Why am I not showing my tab, man? Stop presenting. I said show the whole screen. Let's just do it this way. Let's put this screen over here. Let's see. Share entire screen. Use that one. So there was the beginning where I just said, let's see, I said, create an image of a multiple computer monitors set up at a desk. And it said, sure, here you go. All right.
Yeah.
And it went in, it put the laptop there, it put all the monitors there. I mean, if you look, it really got detailed. The keyboard, the mouse, clock, even the cup with the pair of scissors in it, right? I mean, really,
Yeah.
really detailed. And the wire even coming out of the laptop to connect the monitors. It got it all. So then I said, I was doing the New York City background thing that we were talking about. There's the first one, right? I said, it's got the little inset single window with the plants. And I said, no, make it multiple windows with floor to ceiling. And then it gave me that. And then I went back and said, can you make the desk picture lighter with a cool cityscape out the window? And there through with the, even the wires from the monitors running down that you can see. And underneath, you can see some wires under the desk. It even went that far to add that detail in, right?
Yeah.
It's just gotten really, really good at this shit.
Yeah. Between Google and the new updates out of ChatGPT, like it's crazy the image generation possibilities. And like I said, you can then pull images like that out and create an ad.
Right.
Right.
Right. So have you seen this where they're offering the deep research model as well already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could do even the flash thinking with advanced reasoning. You can walk it through step by step, creating code and troubleshooting systems issues. And I mean, it's unbelievable how they're looking at it and trying to see what's what's the usage going to be? How are we going to implement this into our daily lives? And I think a lot of it is getting it into the hands of people, because the designers can only go with what is in their heads, but when you put it in the hands of 8 billion people, now suddenly you have a very, very powerful base of users to give you a lot of feedback and see how each group or each person is going to leverage it, which will then give you this, it's just like unlimited brain power to work on it. It's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, either leverage it. Where did I go?
Yeah,
Hold
you
on,
disappeared.
Wait a minute. I just looked up and realized.
Yeah, I thought you turned off your camera for a second.
Oh no, we did turn off the camera. We're dead.
Whoops.
iPhone battery.
There it is.
Yeah. You know what? That's another thing. Like, my iPhone is dead very, very quickly. And
That's not
I
good.
have my Pixel. Dude, 3 days I cannot charge this thing and it will still be alive. Everybody's duped into this iPhone landscape. It is nothing, all right?
Right. You're preaching to the choir, friend.
Yeah. Well, see, the reason that I even wound up on the Pixel platform was because, I sat there and I saw all of these advances in AI. And I saw AI kind of being used so much, right? And I sat there and I go, okay, well, Apple's got AI. Let me go ahead and ask it how I can be more efficient using Siri to how
it said get a Pixel.
No, it said search the internet.
Right?
And I said, what? And I brought home the Pixel and I go, Gemini, how can I use you more efficiently on my day-to-day life and increase productivity?
And to use me, Gemini, more efficiently in your day-to-day life and increase productivity, consider the following strategies. 1. Be specific and clear in your requests. Provide context. The more details you give me about the task or question, the better I can...
And I go, why does my iPhone that has ChatGPT and Siri for the last 12 years, why does it just send me to the internet? And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, what are we doing here? Right?
Unbelievable. And that's so incredible, dude.
Dude, yeah, that's how I wound up on the Pixel platform, is because I just woke up one day and I realized I was, and then I even asked Apple, I'm like, hey, can I use any other AI language softwares instead of Siri? No. Siri's locked to your iPhone. But Siri sucks, man. Like, it just, at the end of the day, Siri's terrible.
So that's what you say, hey, Siri, how can I replace you with Gemini?
Yeah.
It's going to say, get a Pixel.
Yeah. I mean, that was basically what it was. I started using Gemini platform a lot, and I was like, well, the Pixel just came out. Had a lot of good reviews, and that's how I wound up on the platform, man. But yeah, I mean, just going back to AI and just everything, it matters what questions you ask. And I mean, that was her first thing. Be concise in the things that you ask me, right?
Yep.
And be
Give
precise.
Me clear
concise and precise.
And I'll tell you what you need. Yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of business owners and people that start using, AI don't realize. Like, I remember, kind of when ChatGPT first released back in, I think it was 2021. ChatGPT finally, released, and for the first 6 months, I asked vague questions. How do I do this? Vague. How do I do this? Vague. How do I do this? Vague. And, eventually it started getting to the point, okay, I'm going to start giving you a framework. I'm going to start giving you a job title. I'm going to start giving you an experience level. I'm going to start giving you a tone. I'm going to start all of these things.
The game, right?
Right? And then the answers that you got back were 5 different bullet points and a paragraph long. And you're like, dude, maybe this is, and then that's when you start to realize this is how Google was meant to be used. Whenever it first started, it was all about keywords and asking it the right questions, but it wasn't fast enough for us to realize, that our Google searches just weren't clear enough.
Right.
So
crazy, dude. And you still don't have your camera back on because that damn iPhone won't turn back on.
Damn iPhone. Yeah, give me a second. I got to get my 10-foot charger here, and we'll be back in business.
Well, I'm going to real quick start talking about the what I've been doing this week. One was, like I said, speaking. I had a pretty good get together. Let me see if I can pull a photo up of that room. It was a good group of people, and I'm all about my local Chamber of Commerce peeps. I love them in the Paulding Chamber of Commerce. They're great folks. We always have a great time there. It was really funny though, because we went from having the luncheon. It rarely ever times out like this, but we had the luncheon one day, and then we had the First Friday Vibes the next day. So it was really kind of, back to back, a lot of work. So this is the room when we first started. I got there a little early because, Marine Corps, blah, blah, blah. So this is the room we first started, right? Got the buffet all set up over there. This is the command center for the screens here in the back, the entrance here. And of course, I got to show off my 360-degree imaging because I'm kind of a weirdo like that. If you want to secret how to do the panoramas, man, it's really, really cool. So, so I do the full panorama where it stitches and you can just, spin around and around and around. And then this is the room when it got a little fuller. Yeah, this is now that there's some people there and they're starting to eat. And, I was just, again, screens are down. See, they got the big screens all the way around. Everybody's in line getting their buffet. Food is going on. It was quite a good sized crowd. I mean, I think, like I said, there was about 130 people there. So we got the whole thing going on with them. It was fun was had by all. We did some photo ops at the end, but I had somebody taking some photos and some video for me, so it was pretty great. So I got my screen up there on all the screens and my big ass logos up there for everybody to see. That didn't suck. Cool thing though, I don't know if I shared this with you or not, because we haven't really talked. I was showing a Google business profile screenshot on the screen. It's one of my slides in my talk because no, stop talking to me. Google keeps thinking I'm talking to her. So I was showing a Google business profile up there, and it was, I Googled computer repair in Dallas, Georgia. And I don't know if you know, but I own a computer business. I know you do, but maybe the people watching don't. I own a computer store in Dallas, Georgia. So I used that search. But here's what I found out. I didn't know about half the people in that room. They came from a different county. They came from Douglas County, or they came from, some other place and were invited. So there was a lot of people in that room that I did not know, which is always great when you're a speaker, because getting new people in the room is very beneficial. And I was putting the computer repair thing up there once. I had it in 2 different slides showing the power of the Google search and so forth, and using it to make my point. And I didn't even think about it when I was writing it. But when I said the guy who's going to be at the top is either somebody who paid for a Google ad to be placed there, or the guy who worked his ass off to get reviews, to do good business, to be creative, and a lot of updated content and keeping all his information accurate. And then I pointed at the screen and I said, like I Love My Geek, which is the computer company that I own. And I'm telling you, that one thing right there, that I didn't make mention of that at the very beginning, that I just allowed the people to see it. They had no idea it was me. And when I said it was my business, in their faces, you could see that was a different level of appreciation for the information now. Because now they're like, oh, he's not just some guy up at the front with a Google lanyard talking about this stuff. He actually knows a business that's on Google that's at the top of their category. Like we're, by leaps and bounds above any other computer repair place that was listed. So that was really cool. And really cool seeing that and seeing the power of that. But we've worked, like I said, we've worked our asses off to be number one on the Google search. So then I left there and I immediately went to the Third Door because they have their Thursday afternoon thing, right? So I got to show you what I was sitting behind. I think you'll appreciate this. I was sitting behind this guy on the way to the Third Door. You ever seen one of these little Honda Civic station wagons jacked up like that, man?
No.
Got the Honda Mile High. They call it the AccuWagon. Look at this thing, man. Look at the wheels on this thing. I mean, it's jacked. It is jacked up, buddy. And it had a V8 in it. When you hit the gas, it was not a 4-cylinder. It was definitely not a Honda engine. It was very funny.
It's so funny.
So then a room full of people at the Third Door, right? We always have a great turnout there. That was a, great meeting there. About 40 people in the room. So really enjoyed doing that. And then we have, the very next morning. Oh, here's the deal, dude. You got to get up early. There's my car after I was out. Because not only did I go to the Third Door, but then I went to a board meeting for Whiskey After Dark in Ackworth.
Okay.
At the Broken Anchor Winery. So I didn't even get home until like 8:30 Thursday night. And this is at 7:15 on Friday morning at the Paulding Chamber for the first Friday Vibes meeting. So I thought it was funny. I had to take a picture of my car being the first car. And I had to take another one because the lights had shut off before I took the picture. But you see how I got the cool SL version of the car. That came with it, with the lights, the puddle lights. I thought that was pretty damn sweet, man. Do you have those on your Tundra?
I do not.
And this is what I walk into. Hey, man, can you make some coffee? Those are not Keurig cups, dude. Those are full pots of coffee, each one of those, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I made like 8 pots of coffee that day. So then here we have to show up with somebody brought a puppy, of course. I don't know what that's all about, but the pictures, the gratuitous pictures of the girls playing with the puppies. You got to have those. And here's my friends from the day before. And then here's the puppy and all the pictures again, right? It's just ridiculous. But I show you all this because I wanted y'all to see this room. Like, look at this. This is our community in Dallas, Georgia. There's like 80 people in this room at 7:30 in the morning for a networking meeting, right? That's what you get when you go hang out with the guys at the Paulding Chamber of Commerce. And the last thing I did before we left was I said, hey, everybody, get in the picture. And I had everybody wave. Let me see. Get the one of them waving. I guess this is it right here. Everybody's waving in the picture. See them?
Yeah.
I got the entire room. I'm standing on a chair, and I got the entire room looking at me waving. So I do have somebody who took a picture of me. It's on Facebook of me standing on the chair. So it's an OSHA violation. We're not going to have that discussion. And then we had a big ribbon cutting thing out in front. It was pretty cool. Here's a good picture for you. I like this one. I was looking at some old footage. This is from 2022. I'm in that same room where we just were, and I'm the speaker, and I'm running a video on the screen of the Paulding Chamber of Commerce's video. And this guy was the he's the board, the chairman of the board for the Chamber Board of Directors. And look at how creepy that looks with his like ghost image on the wall behind me. I'll have to send that to him. I thought it was pretty damn funny. All right. Anyway. All right. So real quick, I know we're getting toward the top of the hour, and my chicken marsala is not going to wait for me.
No, dude, I wouldn't wait for you either. The chicken marsala sounds delightful.
Oh, look, I still have to make it. I make the best chicken marsala I've ever had. I will tell you what, I am not going to be bashful. I cook like crazy, man. I love to cook, and everything I do is pretty much amazing. I made my protein balls this afternoon. I'll have to show them to you. They're, I dates and oats and, protein powder and all kind of stuff I throw in there, and peanut butter and applesauce, and grind it all up. And then you make them into little balls and freeze them, dip them in chocolate, put a little sprinkle of that salt on top. Damn, man. So now I got, healthy, high protein snacks to eat for the week. But that's one of those things you got to take. You want to take care of yourself. You got to take time to do it. You can't eat fast food all the time and expect to, stay healthy. So, Okay, guys, 25 days away on the 1st of May. We're doing the book launch party. I finally got the updated picture on this page too. You notice it says 2nd edition, new updated content. And the website is events.yourgoogle. Everything I'm doing right now is the yourgoogle.guru. I don't know if people realize that .guru is a thing, just like .com. It's what we call a top level domain, TLD. And that allows us to have our name with the .guru after it. So it comes out looking pretty cool on the screen, right? Events.yourgoogle.guru. But everything I'm doing with this whole party is that as well. So the affiliate registration, if you look up here in the same spot, it's team.yourgoogle.guru. So that's what I'd like to talk about today, guys. I have a really simple affiliate registration thing set up. You go down to this page, you go to team.yourgoogle.guru, go down to this page, and you hit this registration form. It's going to send you an email. It's going to have a link. And if people use that link to sign up and buy tickets to the event, you get paid 10% of everything you sell. So the VIP tickets are $100. You get $10 for everyone you sell. And the general admission tickets are $27. You get $2.70 for everyone you sell. So a couple of those and you get a free ticket, right? Sell 10 of each and you can get either one free. Now, real quick though, I want everybody to understand that this isn't just a me coming and hanging out and talking. There is a very big value here, even if you just get the general admission ticket. So here's the deal. Check this out. And I think you'll like this. It's a marketing thing, and I think it works really well. The 2nd edition of the book is $29.95. If you buy it on Amazon, you're paying shipping unless you have Prime. Then you're paying for Prime. But you're paying tax, and you're not going to get my signature. Now, I am printing 350 fresh copies of this book, and they will be at this event with me. Every single person that signs up for general admission or VIP is going to get a signed copy of the book hot off the press. So if the general admission is only $7 and the book's $29.99, you're actually getting the book and admission to the event at no charge. So you have to just be out of your mind to not want to show up to get the discounted book, the brand new copy of it, and admission to the event where you're going to learn something, because I got a lot of feedback from the little portion of it that I taught at the luncheon, and I got some really good feedback. People really liked it. They learned a lot. I'm not holding back a lot of the information. I'm not trying to tease you and pull you in. I'm trying to give you everything I got so that you can go and make your business the #1 on Google search for organic placement.
Yeah.
So team.yourgoogle.guru or events. If you just want to go buy the ticket, it's events.yourgoogle.guru. You see here we got the live stream, general admission, VIP with the cool swag bag. You just click on. Just takes you down to the forum. If I'm in the wrong place, I want general admission, so I can just click on that, get back to the general admission tickets. There you go. You'll see the price has changed to $27. All right. So, folks, look, it's going to be a great fun. It's going to be a good night. We're going to have a lot of fun, and there's just a lot of opportunity to get your face out there in front of a lot of other businesses. It is being sponsored by Governor's Gun Club and Our Local Heroes. I don't know if I have Our Local Heroes is not on this particular page. Let's see if I can get back to the right one. Boom. Let's try this one.
Great venue too.
I'm sorry?
That's a great venue too. Governor's.
Oh yeah, Governor's Gun Club's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, Our Local Heroes, Governor's Gun Club. We're supporting ATL Vets. There's also another one of not just events, but atlvets.yourgoogle.guru is their page. So if you want to double dip for ATL Vets, if you click on this page and sign up, they'll get 10% of everything from every ticket sold on this page. All right. And then, of course, I Love My Geek is joining us as well. So I'll tell you what, Kyle, this AI thing is really getting a little out of control, I think. It's got way too much going on. I was looking with some that monitor setup thing. That's pretty incredible. But I was asking it, I told you I was talking to it about learning Portuguese. Yeah. So, just like the simplest the simplest, translate from English to Portuguese European. Where is the bathroom? Onde fica a casa de baño? And so
that is actually so crazy.
Yeah, it's the house of bathroom, right? I walked into my chiropractor yesterday morning, and the young lady that works behind the counter is actually European Portuguese. And she doesn't speak it every day anymore, but she knows a lot of it. And I walked in and I said, "Onde?" And it wasn't FICA, it was "A." This is the one I was practicing. "Onde é a casa de baño?" And she says, "Onde é?" Oh, around the corner. I was like, "Obrigado." So that's thank you in Portuguese. Obrigado. So just trying to start getting some words in front of me and making sure I understand the language a little better. For those that don't know, my wife and I are going to visit Portugal in May for a couple of weeks. So you'll be if I can get on, if I have internet and I do get on with you, I'll be coming to you live from Portugal those 2 Sundays, man.
That'll be cool.
Right? Try and get my tripod if I can. I don't know if I want to carry one with me internationally, but I'm sure I can buy one cheaply, or just come on for a few minutes and hold it up in front of my face while I'm talking.
Dude, I carry my tripod everywhere, especially.
When you're flying to Europe, I'm not sure that. I guess I could throw a small one in my briefcase, or in my
as long as it extends
my luggage
or whatever. Yeah. I kind
Although
of fit it in with all my clothes.
If I had it with me in my carry-on, I can do the from the airport and stuff while we're traveling too.
Yeah.
All right, brother. What are we finishing up with?
Dude, I mean, that right there, man. I mean, like, that's kind of where I'm at. There's a lot going on in AI. You got your stuff going on here in a month. And
we talked about the credit card thing last week. Just y'all watch those credit card things, guys. The deals are out there. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to in the last week and said we only paid less than $100 each round trip, and that included the upgraded seats and the insurance. Right? Yeah. I mean, completely with Sky Miles. So
I just got one the other day, and it was all about the flights and everything like that. And I was like, I don't have a flight card for Naughty yet. That might be a good idea.
There you go. Yeah, I think if when I get to the end of this one, because it's they charge for the Amex cards, which is fine with me. They gave me $300. It's $350, but they gave me about a $1,500 ticket because I got 100,000 Sky Miles with it, right? So no problem paying the $350. But I think I am going to get the purple one for I Love My Geek, so I have access to all of the lounges as well. So they have a corporate. Basically a corporate Delta Sky Miles. It's called Purple Reserve, I think, or something like that. Yeah. And it's $650 a year, but you get that free companion ticket. You get all the bonus miles when you sign up for it, and you have access to every single Centurion lounge in every airport around the world from American Express. So
yeah, and I mean, I think we talked about it last week too. Like, if you're just starting out and you can't get funding through anywhere else, it's a great way to start out. They'll send you 12 months, 0 APR, and you can, use it to, if you've got a play going on, you can,
leverage it for that free period and try your best to get that shit paid off before it goes to 27%, right?
Well, yeah, you're just, kind of trying to leverage that money on something that, that's kind of going to be already done. You're trying to get things sold and then leverage that money so that way you can go ahead and pay it right back. But that's why they give you that
OPM, baby. Using the OPM.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
Why use your own?
That's it. And on that note, it's time for chicken marsala.
Dude, yes. Dinner time.
Always a pleasure, Kyle. I'm looking forward to comments that we're going to see and sharing what we put out there. So I got my buddy Jordan jumped on there, it looks like, a little while ago, and gave us a flexed arm. So you met Jordan, right? I know you have.
Yeah, he's a
great guy. Junkman USA, baby. That is my guy.
He's one of my best. And he listens well.
He's keeping himself at the top of the freaking search results using organic placement. So
Yep.
All right, brother. I have to be out of here. So love you, mean it. Go out there and change the world. All right.
Yeah, you as well. Have a great week. And man.
So all you folks out there listening, watching, and this has been Robin C. Stern and
Kyle Kearns, and this is Tech
And this
Talk
is
Sundays.
Tech Talk Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Take care, brother.
All right, you as well.
See ya.
See ya.